starting over at the state capitol.
We hold a lot more bullets in our belt that we will be ready to use if we need to.
Lawmakers launch a new special session as Democrats head back to the House.
I think Democrats are going to get a win, our first win in a long time.
We look at what's changed and what's next in the fight over drawing new voting lines in Texas. With legislation stalled at the Capitol, Texas flood victims work to move forward.
I got way more going on than to sit and watch the news and be mad at Democrats or be mad at Republicans or whatever.
The challenge is ahead, and who's already stepping up to help people rebuild and recover. The visa process creates new obstacles for international students hoping to study in the United States, why the issues could keep some students out of the country.
Produced from the Capitol in Austin and airing statewide, this is the award-winning State of Texas.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Josh Hinkle. Work has started on the second special session at the Texas Capitol. Governor Greg Abbott called on lawmakers to take action on 19 items, including flood-related bills, property tax cuts, as well as restrictions on THC and abortion. And the plan causing the most division is back on the agenda, redistricting. Capitol correspondent Dylan McKim shows us what's at stake.
Do not go very far.
The first special session of the 89th legislature will go in the books with nothing to show for it. The packed 18-item agenda had relief for victims of the Hill Country floods. Wes Friedel represents those victims.
It's incredibly disappointing. We have people that need resources right now. We have some funding in some of those bills that I think would be critical.
Governor Greg Abbott quickly called a second special session with the same agenda, but with one additional item: enhancing youth camp safety. More than 190 bills have already been filed in the Texas House. Democratic State Representative Ann Johnson is returning to Texas. We spoke to one of her caucus colleagues on Thursday.
All of us were able to stay together and see the end of this first session come to an end. We did exactly what we said we needed to do, and that is bringing a spotlight on this issue.
California lawmakers will release its proposal for redistricting on Monday. California Governor Gavin Newsom said it will stop its gerrymandering effort if Republican states do too.
We're not waiting and we're not anticipating that these states will be passive, particularly with the directive coming from President Donald Trump.
But Governor Abbott is not backing down.
He's all talk and no action.
A new redistricting map is already filed. It's the same as the original proposal that will give Republicans an edge to pick up 5 seats with a slight tweak in West Texas. But Governor Abbott hinted in a news conference Friday he may add state house redistricting to the call as well.
We hold a lot more bullets in our belt that we will be ready to use if we need to.
In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
Thanks, Dylan. Houston Democrat Gene Wu leads the House Democratic Caucus. The representative spoke with Capitol correspondent Adam Schwager. He talked about the decision to return to Texas and what lies ahead in the fight over redistricting.
What have the conversations in the caucus been like in terms of trying to figure out what the next steps will be if you guys would return at all?
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we have members who are like, let's keep going into infinity. They want to fight everyone and everything. I mean, they're so jazzed. Everyone's really, really pumped up about what's going on right now, because for the first time, I think Democrats are going to get a win, our first win in a long time, right? And especially for Texas, where we've been sitting there being kicked in the teeth while we're trying to save Texans, session after session. This is ecstatic for many people. And not only that, but we are seeing that Democrats are making a difference across the country. I mean, how many people get to say that? And people are like, we've done this in 2 weeks. Let's go do more, right? But at the same time, we came out of a bruising regular session. And people are tired. People are exhausted. Staff has been running, just doing like 16, 18-hour days for 2-3 months now. And we're human beings. We have a physical limit.
You have now Governor Newsom making this push in California. There have now been talks, Governor Abbott talking about trying to up the map in Texas from 5-seat flips to 8-seat flips. I believe Ted Cruz tweeted out this morning that he wants to see the entire map be red, no Democratic seats coming out of it.
Do it. Please. I'm begging you, please do it. In politics, we call that dummy mandering. where you get so greedy for power and you draw the line so thin that it's not that hard for your opponents to overcome you, especially on a wave year, right? If they really wanted to do something that incredibly politically stupid, I don't think I want to stop them. Because if they want to draw all their Republican colleagues into purple districts, Democrats are ready to come take those districts, right? Because the people of the state of Texas are rising up. The people of America are rising up because everybody has had enough.
You know, there's Republican colleagues on the further right side. For example, I talked to State Representative Harrison the other day, calling for any bill that's authored by a Democrat to get automatically dead on arrival, talking to strip you guys from your vice chairmanships. Is there any worry about the long-term ramifications for the bipartisanship of the House?
Look, I mean, when you come and attack our communities, when you seek to destroy what we have spent decades building up, when you take away protections for hardworking Texans, there's no bipartisanship involved in that. We're not friends with people who ignore the people of the state of Texas, who leave working class people in the dirt so they can go and bow and bend the knee to their DC masters and to their billionaire donors. Those are not our friends, and they never have been.
Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think this is an amazing moment in our American history. I think this is the end of the first chapter, but is the beginning of an incredible story of how America came back. That American people said, enough. We are taking our country back, and it started in Texas.
While Representative Wu envisions a win for Democrats, House Speaker Dustin Burrows outlined his vision for a wave of Republican priorities to pass.
By following Governor Newsom's lead, instead of the will of Texans, they have allowed us to reset the clock. When the new session begins, we will be able to move immediately to pass a strong pro-life bill to protect women's spaces and more property tax protections, without the threat of procedural gamesmanship getting in the way. That's a win for the unborn, women, in all of Texas.
Burrows did say that House Bill 1 would be focused on addressing camp safety, a response to the deadly July floods. He called for finishing work before the Labor Day weekend.
It would be nice for our government to want to help, but we're going to try to make sure they're taken care of regardless.
Community groups step up to help Texas flood victims as flood legislation stalls at the state capitol. The challenges for those facing recovery and the response providing relief. A new effort to address a devastating pest, what the governor and the feds are doing to help the state fight back and protect Texas livestock.